Hi, my name is Jamie and I work in mental health and wellbeing. I just wanted to talk a bit today about the power of language in this current situation we find ourselves in. We're in quite unusual times where the majority of us are spending a lot of time at home and indoors, separated from maybe our friends, and being able to socialise and go outside as much as we would like. And there's quite a lot of things we can do in order to help promote our well-being through these times. Some of those things you might already be doing, and they could look like structured activities, so doing home workouts, maybe doing some hobbies, some DIY, doing projects that you maybe had on the back burner that you now have time to do. And they're really great. They keep our day structured and keep it filled with positive things that we can distract ourselves from. But what I also want to talk about is the small things that we do in order to promote our well-being, and this can be centred around the language that we use around these unusual times. So at the moment you might hear words like isolated and distance, and isolated is quite actually a negative term. Our brains are designed to focus on negative, and isolation brings up quite a lot of negative other terms in our brain. So things like imprisoned or confined, not allowed to go places. They're generally things that are connected with that word isolation. And that can reinforce that negative impact on our brains and actually make us feel a little bit worse about the situation. So one thing I would like to talk about is maybe just changing that language to a more positive term. So maybe thinking about this being a time of grounding. So being grounded, and not like a punishment where your parents have maybe grounded you when you were a teenager, but thinking about a person who is a grounded person. So people who are grounded typically are quite calm. They are quite logical and cool in their responses. They generally tend to respond rather than react. So what I'd like us to think about maybe is changing our mindset from being isolated, which is quite disempowering, to being grounded, which is more empowering language to use around this unusual time. And all of those things together, doing those structured activities that you're already doing, plus those small things like changing our language, all together can be hugely helpful and powerful in making us feel a little bit better about ourselves moving forward. So I hope this helps, and it takes a little bit of practice, but with everything, practice makes progress, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.